Hello, my name is Robert Henry. Actually, it's Robert William Henry Jr. And today is St. Patty's Day on March, is it 17th, Scott?
17th.
March 17th, 2013. And I'm just here to introduce a brand new game that I developed from a game show that I created 20 years ago called Steal the Wheel. If you can pan over here, Scott, to the wheel, it all started with this wheel. This is an Astro dating wheel, if you would, where the guys get the blue cards, game cards. Over here I have game cards. Let me pick those up, Scott. The guys, when they come in the door, get the blue game cards. The ladies get the pink. And it's simple. You get two contestants, a male, female, one on each side. If the male spins and lands on the blue, people out in the audience, they get credit for the YZ. If they have the YZ on their scorecard, they get credit for the 12. They get credit for the single letters. In this case, there is no single letter, but if it would have went here, they would have got credit for the O. You get a horizontal, vertical, or diagonal win. You yell at Astro. The person that you're playing with, if you're a male playing with the guy would sit down, you take over. If it was a girl and you got a horizontal, vertical, the girl would sit down and you take over to try to solve a puzzle. And in order to help you with the puzzle, let's say there was a guy that actually won the game with a horizontal win, and he got the C, L, O, P, 8, and 11. Of course, the 8 and 11 wouldn't be in a puzzle. Well, let's see if there's a C. We give a clue. Some women refuse to give it up when they get married. I reveal the letters that's on his scorecard. If there are letters in the puzzle that's on his scorecard, there is a C in that puzzle. Let's see if there's a P. No, there's no P, there's no O, and there's no L. So I'll give him 30 seconds, 20 seconds to solve this puzzle. Some women refuse to give it up when they get married. If he can't solve it, then he goes back to the wheel, and we continue play. And let's say a girl comes up next.
Was it last name?
Let's say a girl wins out of the audience, comes up on stage, and gets to solve the puzzle. Let's try to simplify matters if we can here, which she doesn't have much to go with here anyway. Well, let's say she comes up and she doesn't have any letters on her horizontal, vertical, or diagonal win, but she knows what it is. Some women refuse to give it up when they get married. She can make a guess, and let's say she makes a guess and it's career. Well, she would win the grand prize, whether it be cash or a sponsored prize. So that was pretty much the premise to the first and only Astro singles game show. Now what I did was I took all the components to the wheel and I placed it on a roulette board. Well, I'm calling it Astro Roulette Wheel Game Show, where again, all those components, I broke it down and I divided it evenly. The guys get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and the girls get 20. But then I said to myself, well, we can spin the wheel, and whatever the wheel spins to, they would place a bet prior to the wheel spinning, and I have chips here. So they would place a bet. Let's say the guys would place a bet here, 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 and then the girls would place a bet, let's say, here, 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 and pretty much whatever the wheel lands on, if you place a bet for ST, you would win with the ST. You would win with the single letter J. There are no numbers on here. It's just a letter board. Now, to determine how many bets the guys would get and the girls would get, they roll the dice. I would have 4 bets. So this guy would bet 1 chip, this guy would bet 1 chip, this guy would bet 1, this guy. So you're playing with 4 guys, 4 girls. Same thing for the girls. The girls would roll the dice. But now, I got away from the reel. Now we can play with actual dice. So let me go back and reload the chips, take them off the board, and I'm going to describe how you can play now with just dice. Same premise. The girls come up, they spin, they get 6 bets. The guys come up, they spin the dice, not spin the dice, but roll the dice, they get 7 bets. So okay, The guys will get 7 bets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's say they want to play the colors, 6, 7. And then the girls would get 6 bets. And again, they can divide the chips evenly. For right now, for time's sake, I'm just putting down 6 real fast. What is that? 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Now, come around this way, Scott. I'm going to show you the dice. The guys have the Z, the QR, the G, the Q, the A, the color on one. D, V, Y, Z, K, L, R, color D. H, C, sad face, A, B, U, V, the color, and the other dice U, G, H, B, C, D, Y, U, L, B, C, D. So in other words, whatever's on the scoreboard here is on the dice now, 4 dice. Same principle, same concept for the girls. Whatever's on here, if you get a close-up on here, is now loaded on the dice. Okay, it's imprinted on the dice. So what we do is, we say, okay, roll the dice to see how many bets you get, which I've already placed the bets. Roll the dice, ladies, see how many bets you get. And then we bring this around, and we place it over top the game so we don't interfere with the bets. The guys would roll, and the guys would get, and I found an easy way to show them what they get. They got the B, the color, so they won on the color. They won on CD if they bet CD, which they haven't. And to make it simple, we'll put the bets to the outside so we can see for ourselves what we want. So we know we got the color. We got V, Victor. No, I don't think we got the V right here. Okay, so we did win with the colors. So what happens is the host would come up here and place that chip right there. For the women, same thing. We would put this over here for the women, and they would be on this side. So now we're going to roll the dice, and this is what the women, they place their bets. Hopefully they get at least one of the bets, and if they don't, then they just go on to the next round. But the S, no, I don't see an S. The O, I don't see an O. The happy face, no, they didn't place it on the happy face, or I didn't. And the IJ, yes, they won with the IJ. So this chip will go here. Now, it's real simple. We continue to play the way I described it. If the girls win a lot of chips, let's just say the girls win a lot of their bets. Okay? So let's say the girls kept winning all night long, and before you know it, they occupied all their pink spaces up here. Well, then they would go to the puzzle. And to help them reveal or help them with the puzzle, there are letters on the chips on the other side, with the exception of the happy or sad face. So, would there be an S in career? No. Would there be a T? No. Would there be a W, X? No. A J? No. A O or P? No. So this would, wait, let's see. S, M, W, and we have to put one up here. Another S. So they weren't too lucky. Oh, wait. No, they weren't too lucky when it came to revealing letters, but they would still be able to try to solve the puzzle with the clue. Some women refuse to give this up. And this would be like this. If they just happen to luck out and say career, they won. But if they didn't, then the guys, we continue the game. Now let's say the guys kept winning at bets during the game. The last game show I did, the guys won with occupied all their squares, all their spaces, and the girls were one away. So it was a dead heat. But okay, let's say the guys caught up to the girls and won. Again, we would turn over the chips after they occupied all their blue spaces up here, and we would give them credit for whatever letters are in the puzzle that's on their winning chips up here. Is there a Z? No. In the puzzle? Is there a G? No. There is a C in that puzzle. So we would go over here, turn over the C, go back to this little scoreboard here, if you would. The L, there's no L, there's no H or G, Q, Z, Y, just the C. And there's no double letter C. So in other words, if there was 2 C's in that puzzle, we would reveal both. So now, okay guys, here's the clue. A lot of women refuse to give this up when they get married. The guy yells out, it's career, it's career. Congratulations. Now, if we were playing for money, the guy would get whatever's money is on the bets. Now in this case, I just took it from a pile, but they're spread out. $5 on one set of chips, $10 on another set of chips, $20 on another set, $50 on another. So it wouldn't be low denominations like this, but look at this. I did mix it up a little bit for you, just for this demonstration. So they would get 50, 10, 50, 20, 10, 20, 50, 50. They would get over $200 here for buy-in. Now, if it's charity, the money would go to charity. If not, they would actually win this in a game show on TV. And that's pretty much it. And it's called Astro, Roulette, wheel board game. And again, if you didn't want to go with the dice, you can go over here and simply spin the wheel after they place their bets. Spin the wheel to help reveal the puzzle. Same premise. Thank you very much.